Mheshimiwa Naibu wa Rais, waheshimiwa mawaziri, gavana na gavana wetu wa jimbo la Kwale, viongozi makatibu, waheshimiwa wabunge wakiongozwa na mbunge wetu wa hapa Likoni, waheshimiwa MCAs wa kutoka sehemu mbalimbali, ndugu viongozi wote, rafiki yetu ambaye leo tumekuja katika sherehe hii kwa heshima yake, Mheshimiwa Rostam Aziz na kampuni ya Taifa Gas kutoka nchi yetu jirani, ndugu wananchi wa Mombasa na Kwale, hamjambo? Wasalamu alaikum. Bwana Yesu asifiwe. Kwanza mimi nachukua nafasi hii kwa heshima kubwa kuwashukuru wananchi wa hapa kwa sababu ya ushirika na urafiki na undugu wenu kwetu sisi mliotupatia nafasi ya uongozi katika taifa letu la Kenya, katika kaunti zetu zote na sehemu ya wakilishi bunge na kaunti. Kwa niaba ya hawa viongozi wote waliochaguliwa, mimi nawaambia ndugu wa Kenya, watu wa hapa Likoni na Mombasa na Kwale, asanteni sana kwa nafasi hiyo, na sisi tutatimiza sehemu yetu kuwafanyia kazi. Nataka vile vile muelewe ya kwamba hakuna kiongozi anachaguliwa kwa bahati mbaya ama kwa makosa. Viongozi wote wanachaguliwa kwa mapenzi ya Mungu kupitia kura za wananchi. Na kwa sababu nafasi hiyo ya uchaguzi umekuja, tukafanya hiyo kazi, viongozi wakachaguliwa katika vyama tofauti tofauti. Mimi nataka niwahakikishie kama rais, nitaungana na viongozi wote wale ambao wamechaguliwa tuweze kutimiza malengo ya taifa letu ya kukuza uchumi, kupambana na umaskini, kuhakikisha kwamba kuna chakula na kuhakikisha kwamba vijana wetu wanapata nafasi ya ajira, ili tuondoe umaskini na tuhakikisha kwamba taifa letu linaenda mahali ambapo sote tutajivunia kuwa wananchi wa taifa la Kenya. Nataka niwashukuru viongozi wote ambao wameungana na sisi wakati huu. Mimi nataka niwahakikishia kwamba we will work together as leaders elected by the people of Kenya so that we can shape the future and the destiny of our nation. Let me also congratulate my brother Rostam Aziz. I know you are a very resilient investor. I know the struggles you have gone through to get to this day. This investment should have happened about 5 years ago. But because of bureaucracy and negative politics, this investment has delayed. But I want to congratulate you, my brother, for not giving up, for insisting, for being persistent. And I want now to tell you that the government of Kenya is going to work with your company. We are going to facilitate your investment because it is the right thing to do for us as Kenyans, for the relationship between Kenya and Tanzania, and for our East African community as we head to the Africa Continental Free Trade Area. hii uwekezaji ambao utaweka hapa, it is the same thing Kenya companies are doing. I came about 4 months ago from Ethiopia, where our Kenyan company, Safaricom, is investing close to $200 million in Ethiopia. It is commendable that you, coming from our neighboring brother country, Tanzania, you're going to make this huge investment in our country. You're welcome. Other investors are welcome from Tanzania and from our region, as we welcome all investors from the rest of the globe. Without a doubt, the launch of Taifa gas project is a historic milestone on our journey to achieving self-sufficiency in clean, green energy, which is a critical component of our commitment to deliver rapid socio-economic transformation through clean, green growth. Our electric power grid is 92% green, and we are committed to turning it into 100% green by 2030. It is our intention to ensure that Kenyan households also embrace clean, modern cooking in order to complete our green growth agenda, protect the health and well-being of Kenyans, and conserve our forests. It is a fact that many Kenyan families bear the burden of respiratory allergies and complications on account of indoor pollution and persistent exposure to wood smoke. Cleaner cooking energy is therefore a welcome preventive healthcare intervention. As we have been told, 70% of Kenyan households still use wood fuel. 70% ya familia zote za Kenya wanatumia kuni kupika ama katika mambo ya mapishi manyumbani. Na sababu hiyo, watu wengi wanapata ugonjwa, wengine wanapata madhara ya tofauti ya kiafya kwa sababu ya kutumia kuni na mambo mengine kupikia kule nyumbani. Na ndio tunasema mradi huu ambao ndugu yetu kiongozi wa Taifa Gas kutoka nchi yetu jirani wamekuja hapa kuegeza, itatusaidia kama Wakenya kuhakikisha ya kwamba tunapata gas na mapishi yetu yatakuwa yenye mazingira ama mazingira yenye afya na mazingira ambayo haileti madhara kwa kina mama, hasa wale wanatusaidia katika mapishi manyumbani. Kwa hivyo, Bwana Rostam and your team, we welcome this investment as the government of Kenya. We are going to support the infrastructure you are going to put up here, and we are going to create a mechanism where the government of Kenya can support the distribution of gas to our households so that we can alleviate the serious challenges of health and pollution in our homes, especially on our mothers and the people who support our families. Besides that, clean cooking significantly cuts down our greenhouse gas emissions, minimizing Kenya's carbon footprint and bolstering our contribution to the mitigation of climate change, whose adverse effects continue to punish us quietly and disproportionately, which has traditionally led to decimation of the national tree cover as well as illegal felling of trees on a massive scale. Liquid petroleum gas is an important transition alternative, representing a major step towards clean domestic energy consumption. It is therefore beneficial to promote it as a cleaner, safer, healthier, and significantly more environmentally compatible alternative to wood fuel, whose rampant use leads to multiple adverse impacts. The journey to affordable, clean, green cooking gas using LPG kicks off in earnest from this investment. I have also approved, good friend, that instead of 30,000 metric ton storage facility, I have agreed that he makes it 45,000 metric ton facility so that we can increase storage of gas as we enhance our gas use in the country. I have also instructed the Minister for Energy to make sure that Kenya Pipeline Company invests in another 45-ton storage facility of gas so that we can transition in a faster, safer trajectory into cooking gas in our country to minimize health issues, to save our forests, and to minimize our carbon footprint as we go towards green energy by 2030. So, Bwana Waziri, tayari nimeongea na watu wa Kenya Pipeline kupitia uongozi wako pale katika KPRL. Tuko na ardhi ya serikali. Watu wa Kenya Pipeline watajenga another equal facility ili tuweze kupambana na mambo na madhara na magonjwa yanayoletwa na kina mama wetu na wale wote wanatusaidia kupika kutokana na mambo ya kuni na mambo ya moshi na mambo yale mengine ambayo yanatusumbua. It is therefore encouraging to note tremendous growth in the consumption of energy in households. Per capita use has increased from 2 kilograms in 2012 to 6.6 kilograms in 2020 and 7.5 kilograms in 2021. This growth has been driven by incentives tailored to promote penetration and use at household level. Although household GDP in Kenya is greater than African average of 3 kilograms by capita, it falls below global practice of between 15 and 30 kilograms per capita. The government is committed to drive per capita consumption of LPG at the household level to 13 kilograms by 2030. And to do this, we will continue to implement incentives that promote its consumption by a broader spectrum of users. And let me say this as we consummate this investment, that Rostam had wanted to invest in this program about 5 years ago. Because of the challenges he has mentioned to us, that investment, we cannot continue to compete for investors from Asia, from Europe, from America, when we have investors next door. Investors must not necessarily be from Europe, America, or Asia. Investors can be Kenyans, Tanzanians, Ugandans, Africans, and that is the trajectory of the new leadership in our continent. I agree with you that our two countries, when I met my sister, the president of Tanzania, we agreed that we are going to eliminate all mistrust, all barriers, and all roadblocks to investment between our countries and between East Africa. I want to promise you, please take my message to my elder sister, the President of Tanzania, that Kenya is open for business. Please inform her that I appreciate every time base of gas is the development of a common user terminal for LPG at Mombasa. We shall also implement the open tender system in the importation of LPG to achieve competitive and efficient pricing of product, including other mix and match interventions that will ensure that the end user, the consumer, gets the most competitive price. Most critically, the Energy and Petroleum Regulatory Authority, which will institute a robust mechanism to ensure that the price efficiency mechanism benefits of common user terminal and open tender system are directly passed on to the consumer. All public institutions that currently utilize biomass as their primary cooking fuel will be required to transition to LPG. In particular, public institutions must ensure that this transition is completed by 2025. Nimesema hivi, yale maidara yote ya serikali pamoja na shule zetu kufikia mwaka wa 2025 tutakuwa tumewasaidia kama serikali, badala ya kutumia kuni kwa upishi watakuwa wanatumia gas. And we are going to make sure that all our institutions of higher learning, all our boarding schools, all our institutions transit from using wood fuel that is decimating our forests into using gas that is cleaner, that is healthier, and that is much more environmentally useful. So tutaendelea namna hiyo. Mimi nimesema hivyo na nashukuru waziri wa elimu yuko hapa. Waziri, tutashirikiana sasa na wewe na ndugu yako waziri wa kawi, muhakikishe mashule zetu zote by 2025 hawatakuwa wanatumia kuni tena na kukata miti, watakuwa wanatumia gas ili tuweze kuwaweka katika hali ambapo kuna afya na pia tunazingatia ulinzi wa mazingira yetu. As Kenya pursues clean and green growth at the national level, it is important for us to match this commitment to the mitigation of climate change by embracing clean domestic energy alternatives. It is time for this country at all levels, from the macro to the micro, to get aboard the agenda for environmental consciousness and ecologically sustainable practices. All our practices and lifestyles must therefore begin to adjust in order to reflect coherently our commitment set out in the Constitution mandate preamble to be respectful of the environment, which is our heritage, and sustain it for the benefit of future generations. The philosophy of green, clean growth recognizes the spectrum of rewarding investment opportunities in the programs and projects that constitute and contribute to ecologically sustainable socio-economic transformation, like what Taifa gas is doing. Through various incentives, the government therefore encourages highly innovative and forward-looking local investment in this immensely promising space and welcomes international to all participate vigorously in this